Hello there and welcome to type C type of questions for 11 plus verbal reasoning. These questions are all about codes, and let me show you exactly how we work these out. Now, first of all, you'll need an alphabet that you can see at the top just to make it easy for you to navigate the letters and the numbers as well. So let's have a look at the question. The word is shown in code. So you can see the word at the bottom. It's actually shown in code at the moment. And choose the word for the second code that should go together in the same way as the word for the first code. So if the code for ball, let's just write this down to make it easier. The code for ball is C, B, M, M. So what does U, P, Z, and T stand for? Using the same pattern, mind you, okay? So let's just work this out first of all. So what I tend to do is I just make a small grid just to work out the difference between the actual letters. Okay, so let's work out what the pattern is between the word ball and the code CBMM. So B to C is on the alphabet is +1. A to B on the alphabet is +1. L to M on the alphabet is also +1. And L to M on the alphabet is +1. So we're just adding 1 each time, okay? Now have a look at this pattern here. So we have what we call word to code, okay? So we have word to code. Now, because we have a code here, we will need to make a word, all right? So our answer is going to be a word. So let's do exactly the same thing as we did before. Now, because we were plussing 1 each time, adding 1 each time, now we're going to do exactly the opposite. We are going to take away 1 each time, or -1 each time, just to make sure that we actually get a word. So U -1 on the alphabet is T. P -1 on the alphabet is O. Z -1 on the alphabet is Y. And T -1 on the alphabet is S. So this then gives us our answer that we're looking for, which is toys. And it's going to be option C within our answer here. So always remember to follow exactly the same code as I followed. So it's going to be what we call word to code, and then code to word, all right? And it could be the other way around as well. It could be code to word and word to code. So, and you'll have to play with the codes, so adding them and minusing them accordingly to see how that works. Let's do one more example to show you before we move on. Okay, so now we have what we call code to word. And what does MNTS mean? So this again is code, and we need to work out a word, all right? So let's start first of all here on the top. So GHOC means FINT, all right? So let's work out the pattern here first of all. So looking at the alphabet, so G to F is -1, H to I is +1, O to N is -1, and C to D is +1. So that's our pattern that we can see when we're using the alphabet. Now we need to work out the same pattern or the opposite to make a word. Okay, and you can set this out as and how you wish. That's entirely down to you. That's up to you. That's no problem at all. So if we were to do exactly the same thing, now we're making a word. Remember, we're making a word that actually makes sense. So we're flipping between them. So if you do m minus 1, exactly the same thing as above, and plus 1, and minus 1, and plus 1, let's see what we get. So if we did m minus 1 on the alphabet, we get an L. If we did n plus 1 on the alphabet, we get an O. T minus 1 on the alphabet is an S, and S plus 1 on the alphabet is a T. So that gives us a word which is lost, L-O-S-T, and that makes sense. Just remember that the rest of the questions may not be as simple as this. So you may have to plus a few times, maybe plus 3, plus 4, and minus a few times as well. So remember the pattern, so code to word to code, or word to code to word, and so on and so on. So you've got to play around with the alphabet, go back and front, and work out the codes accordingly. All right. Have a good try with this. Good luck. And just in case you struggle, don't worry, because in our follow-up lesson, we'll go through this in good detail. Thank you so much.